can just call on my brother when I need a hand, 'cause we all need somebody to lean on. And I just might have a problem that you'll understand, 'cause we all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
My name is Tashana Williams. I have one son. He is 6 years old now. We both just had birthdays. I'm a single mom. It's just easier to get more information about parenting, honestly, from a number of parents. I mean, it's good to have a support group.
The Power of Parenting are 12-week sessions. We have divided them in ages. So we have 0 to 3, parents that have kids that are from 0 to 3, and then we have the other one that is 3 to 8.
The village is important.
We talk about communication, discipline, self-care, love, limits, and we also have this other type of session that are called Parent Cafe, where they get to just sit down and talk about the skills that they acquired and their experiences as parents, because they are the ones who know their family and they know their kids, and they can learn from one another and build each other up.
Before the program, I was the type of parent that was very cut and dry. Like, I wanted things to be very organized. I wanted the routine to be very straightforward. But after the program, I loosened up a little bit, and I included him more in some of the decision making.
Okay. Ready.
Because you're a parent, it's not about being a leader or being in charge or telling your child no and yes. It's about the middle ground.
Parenting is a very personal and very deep and very difficult and wonderful experience that they are all sharing, and they can all deconstruct together and then build up.
And with that parenting group, I watched the change within my daughters and myself and how I deal with my daughters. And so we started to become closer as a family. I learned some new strategies as parents.
After they're done with the Power Parenting, we offer them this leadership program, and they get to get different skills which are in leadership.
I learned that I had a seat at the table, you know, like a voice. I had my input, it mattered, and I found community.
They learn about public speaking and goal settings and mentoring, and then community impact. And they go into different partners and they actually work with the community, and it's really amazing.
If we come together and be strong as a community, there's wealth, there's value, there's things to leave for our children, because they are our future.
Decirles que Family First es una gran oportunidad de crecer, conocer, aprender de las comunidades, aprender de los niños en especial. Family First me ha dado herramientas básicas e importantes para mi crecimiento, en mi formación como madre, como líder comunitario. Gracias, Family First.
Family is absolutely first in a child's life. Parenting is difficult. Parenting is hard, but it's worth it. It's rewarding. it really does take a village to raise children. So if you can have educators, if you can have family, it definitely does make a difference.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Executive Director Sue Kovitz.
Good evening, everyone. Reflecting on the videos we just watched, I think about relationships that matter in our lives with community members, peers, other parents, our children. We need community and a team to support us as parents and individuals, and that is what tonight and Families First is all about. Welcome to Envision 2022. Our first return to an in-person event. It's so exciting to see everybody, and old friends, new friends, folks I haven't seen in person in a long time. So we're thrilled to have you here with us tonight and at this exciting new venue. I hope everyone is enjoying the night so far. I want to begin with a question. Who do you want to present to the world? Pam Bailey, a program facilitator at Families First, a leader and a mentor for many of us, often asks this of a group of parents in our program, The Power of Parenting. What I love about this statement is that she is affirming that all parents have the power to shape their children's future. At Families First, we focus on parents of young children because parents are a child's first teacher, and they have an opportunity to support rapid brain development during these early years. Researchers at Tufts, Harvard, and across the world have long recognized that parenting programs like The Power of Parenting are a critical component to ensuring positive outcomes for all children. Many parents, as you heard in the video, begin their journey with Families First in The Power of Parenting, a high-impact, research-based parenting program. Over a 12-week period, in neighborhood organizations across Greater Boston, Lynn, and Western Mass, parents learn about child development, temperament, and communication. And they create social connections with other parents that last over time. Many parents describe it as a transformational experience. Our second program was designed by parents and Families First staff, and it builds on the strengths and leadership skills parents have and develop in The Power of Parenting. Through professional trainings and hands-on fellowships at local and statewide organizations, parents elevate their voices in their local community. Many parents who attend our programs have been historically silenced, and programs and local initiatives have been created without their input. At Families First, we value the wisdom and the lived experience of each parent who enters a program. Tonight you will hear from a team that worked on building parent leadership in the city of Boston and the impact that this made on the local community. A huge thank you for coming here this evening. You are now a part of the Families First family, and you are joining a movement to ensure that every child has an opportunity to thrive. We find the demand for our work increases every year. We reached 50% more parents last year than the year before, and we expect to reach an additional 40% more this year. Families First is led by an incredible team. I am going to ask the entire team, from Western Mass to Boston to Lynn, to stand. You too, Ellen, who coordinated this evening, you have done an amazing job tonight. I just want to say that the team at Families First, you all make the work happen. You dedication, and purpose to the work we do. I want to thank all of the parents who are here tonight, leaders in their communities, and speakers. Thank you for sharing your stories, especially Stephanie Sanchez. I also want to thank our board, event and sponsorship committees led by Adam Steinberg and Konik Bala, co-chairs of the event, who embraced this new format and the opportunity to host another in-person event. And a huge thank you to the many generous sponsors, including our champion sponsors, Blue Cross, Brookline Bank, Judy and Jack Ramondi, Ariel Stakovich and Safarth, and our audio-visual sponsor who has made tonight look and sound great, Heard Global. I also want to thank the partners who are here today. We do all of our work in partnership with early childhood centers, housing developments, and many community-based organizations who are supporting parents. Together, we are stronger. I want to conclude with this thought. You heard Serena Blevins sing Lean on Me as you were taking your seats tonight. Serena sang this song to parents in our program at graduation. How powerful is that lyric? Parenting happens best when we have support, when we can share strategies, when we decrease stress, and when we are in community with others. And who stands to gain the most by all of this work? Children, all of our children. You will now hear from Magda Rodriguez, our Senior Director of Programming and Strategic Growth at Families First, followed by Stephanie Sanchez, Families First Parent Leader Fellow. Stephanie will share her reflections on her own parenting journey with Families First and what it means to be a part of a parent leadership team. Honestly, thank you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It means everything to the staff, the board, all of us who are here, so thank you.
Good evening. At Families First, we envision communities where children thrive. Communities where parents are seen as experts and are involved at all levels of system change. The Families First Parent Leadership Program moved this vision forward. Through a series of leadership trainings for parents and staff and a 6-month community impact project, we offer opportunities for parents and agencies to create and implement the change they want to see. Last year, 2 fellows, Stephanie Sanchez and Jamie Morales, one ambassador, Rosemary Adorno, and the Boston Opportunity Agenda staff, including former Boston Opportunity Agenda Executive Director Kirsten McSwain, worked together as a parent leadership program team to advance the role that parent leaders play in Boston. Let's hear from Stephanie and the team about how their team work on this project impacted their lives and communities.
Ladies and gentlemen, parent leader Stephanie Sanchez.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Stephanie Sanchez, and I'm just a mom. I am a mom of 2 amazing tiny people, Luciana and Nicolas. I am also a parent leader at Families First. And I want to thank everyone for being here tonight because it translates to the desire that we have to come forward as a community. And that we share the mission and vision. Let me tell you a bit about myself and how I found Families First, or perhaps they found me. Either way, I am grateful for it. In the middle of the pandemic of 2020, I joined Families First. I had heard about Families First in my community. And I was impressed by Families First's ability to quickly adapt and provide the program online. When it was most needed, they were there to support us. It really speaks to their commitment they have to support parents. That was what Families First is all about, and I was ready to be part of. My first step into the Families First journey was the Power of Parenting program. So you might be wondering, why did I join this kind of program? In 2014, I was new to this country, and navigating through systems and structures in place was quite difficult. Understanding healthcare was a nightmare. And so I understood, I was pregnant at the same time. And so I understood that I had prepared for every single job I ever had, but I did not know how to prepare to be a parent. And because this was unknown to me, it was quite scary and exciting. I decided to pursue an undergrad degree, hoping to learn about child development and basic human behavior, sorry. And it took me 5 years to complete my degree. And I realized that we face many barriers, not only physical barriers, but systemic. And I experienced it firsthand when I could not get answers to the questions I had about my daughter's kindergarten program. As an immigrant, those barriers can be amplified just by language alone. I think about the people in my community, my neighbors, who are still learning the language. Do we have the resources in place to help them? How are we communicating their needs? I understood that we needed to work together to make things happen. So I joined this program in the attempt to encourage other parents like me to join. We need parent voices because we know our children best. I do know my children's abilities, strength, but I also know their vulnerabilities. But I can't do this by myself. I need your expertise, and you need mine. What I did not expect from the Power of Parenting program was that I joined a strong community and that we learn from one another and share our experiences. Along with fellow parents, we pointed out issues that were relevant to our children's development and the importance of coming together as a community to be able to talk to teachers, principals, doctors, nurses, city and state representatives, and more. It was time to be a catalyst for change. That means step 2 into my family's first journey, the Parent Leadership Program, which is a fantastic platform where parents are empowered to create change. We learn to believe in ourselves and sharpen our leadership skills. Through the program, we formed a team and worked together on a community impact project. I was assigned to work on a team with conjunction to the Boston Opportunity Agenda, where we created learning sessions for the Parent Leadership Learning Series. The series informed a way to build a better understanding of the way institutions work and address parents' needs. With the guidance of Families First and the power of working together, as a team, our impact is limitless for ourselves, for our children, and for our community. After all, we all want what's best for our children. I had the honor to work with an amazing team that fostered a safe space and created a spectacular dynamic by acknowledging everyone and what they bring to the table. Please, let's hear from my awesome team.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here today to talk about the Parent Leader Program. My name is Marissa Lehrman. I'm the Regional Manager of Greater Boston here at Families First, and I have the immense privilege of getting to work alongside many of these Parent Leader programs, specifically our community impact projects, and the teams that are like the ones we're here today. So as a quick context for those out in our audience who don't know, our Parent Leader Program started in the summer of 2020 and was really intended to help fill gaps around parent participation in community level planning and decision making, because we know that parent voice is so important. So for today, we are joined by our team who did a project last year to amplify parent voices. And I know we've just heard from Stephanie Sanchez. Unfortunately, our other fellow, Jamie Torres, couldn't be here today, but I do want to acknowledge her as an integral member of this team. And then for Rosemary, you were our ambassador for this project last year. Your role was to help support and mentor Jamie and Stephanie. You are now Families First's newest program coordinator, so happy to see you here today. And Kristen, the former executive director of the Boston Opportunity Agenda, and now you're over at the Office of Early Childhood at the Mayor's Office. So welcome to you both. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to jump right over to Kristen, if you could help us set the stage about maybe who the Boston Opportunity Agenda is and what this project was.
Sure. Thanks for having me, Marissa. So the Boston Opportunity Agenda is a public-private partnership that focuses on the educational pipeline from birth to career in Boston. And one of the things that we do is really try to make sure in all of our work that we're engaging people closest to the problem. So in this case, our experts are our parents. And we started out wanting to network parent partners, parent leaders across the city of Boston, and to create opportunities for them to work together and advocate for families and young children. And through the process in our 4-part series that the team really created, we did that, but also took a step back and had learning opportunities. How do the system leaders really listen to parents and what's the best way to engage? So, over our time, they both moved the content and also the way we deliver the content. And all of that was due to having our team of fellows. And they were fantastic.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kristen. I want to turn it over to Rosemary as well. In your role supporting this project and being able to mentor the two, can you give us a behind-the-scenes look about what you were able to accomplish together?
Absolutely. So I ended up working with Jamie and Stephanie, and we each brought a little bit of our own personal backgrounds, mental health, school, personal life, in order to work on the Boston Opportunity Agenda Parent Learning Series. And so we were able to connect with agencies that we ourselves had worked with previously, but we also played off of each other very well, where we were able to fall back when we needed to pick up and strengthen someone else. Sometimes as parents, we are put on the back burner. And one of Stephanie's most famous lines is, "I'm not just a mom." And I absolutely love that line because it is true. Sometimes as parents, we want to say something, we want to speak and have our voices heard. And the Boston Opportunity Agenda allowed us to showcase that so that other families and other parents can understand that what you say is important and you have a right to say whatever is on your mind to change the system.
Well, Kristen and I both just had visceral reactions to hearing "just a mom," right? We know parents are doing so much.
I think that Rosemary has really hit the nail on the head, which is they each brought something from their own backgrounds. And together we're just a powerful force.
I really think it's so clear, hearing from both of you, there's really no better example about Families First mission at work than hearing firsthand and what kind of change we can make happen when we work together. So I know I am not alone in being excited to see what comes next. And so speaking of next, I'm going to pass it back over to our fellow Stephanie Sanchez. But thank you again, Rosemary and Kristen, for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now that you've heard a bit about the impact of families first and how we can affect change when we work together, the reality is that my neighbor's struggle is my struggle. Families First leads by example. Families First is advocacy. I always tell my children that if they shine, they must make sure that their light illuminates others. Light reflects, and it illuminates even more, and that is what Families First does. My team is here to say that we have only just begun. Thank you for being part of the Families First community. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome board member Allie Lucas Turner.
Thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie, you and our panel really showcased what Families First is all about. Good evening, folks. I'm Allie Turner, a proud member of the Families First team, as a member of the board for the last 3.5 years. I'm also on team
mother. I'm a lawyer. I'm the Director of Administration for Latham's Boston office. And I was drafted onto Team Single Mother 4 years ago. As grueling as playing for any pro sports team, I'm sure of it. Although, so far, I do still have all my own teeth. I'm a proud mama to 2 wonderful children, Henry, age 8, and Annie, age 5, who inspire me and challenge me and my patients daily. Speaking of inspiration, thank you to all of our program participants so far this evening. I'm truly inspired by you, and we are so fortunate for your participation, hard work, and commitment to our mission. I hope you all feel inspired tonight too, and inspired to give generously, of course. The work Families First is doing to build resilience and support parents and families lies on the front lines of creating the society and the world that we want our children to inherit. One of emotional and physical health, positive outcomes for all children, regardless of their family's background or circumstances, equity and opportunity for all, and community engagement and support for the demanding work of raising children in this day and age. I feel confident in saying that our job as parents has never been harder than the last few years. Living, working, schooling through the pandemic, incessant information overload, geopolitical turmoil, climate change bearing down on us, to name just a few. Not to mention trying to keep up with the names of all the Pokemons, and I still don't even know what they are. The parents who engage with Families First programs have signed up for even more work during these challenging times. Their dedication and commitment to their children inspires me. Please join me in giving them all a round of applause. Was it Yogi Berra who said baseball is 90% mental and the other half is physical? You can say the same about parenting. A commitment to raising children in an emotionally healthy environment is no small feat. It takes an immense amount of self-awareness and grace, willingness to admit mistakes, and the fortitude to keep moving forward when we feel discouraged or depleted. There's a steep learning curve, for me at least, maybe some of you are naturals, to engaging in clear, direct communication, adopting a curious, not furious approach with the kiddos, asking for help when we need it, and finding external resources along the way. The courageous, committed parents engaged in Families First programs and our many parent leaders show an impressive commitment to developing these skills and resources. Your support tonight empowers more parents to find resources and provide that support when their families reach out for it. Our impact is clear, and the results are powerful. Families First invest in parents who in turn invest in their families and their communities. Families First never charges for these programs. Evenings like tonight and your generous support make this all possible. And we have the collective power to grow the work of Families First to provide meaningful service to even more parents and communities tonight. So now it's time for me to ask you, as a member of our team, to make a generous donation so that our parents and staff can continue this incredible work together. Your gifts tonight will put more resources in the hands of more parents right here in our communities. In Boston, in Chelsea, in Springfield, in Holyoke and beyond, and enable them to provide the early childhood experiences that all children deserve and that I wish all children had. So far tonight, we've raised $213,000. Thank you. And we're well on our way to our $240,000 goal. In fact, although we're still tallying up the winners, I can proudly say that our auction alone has yielded $15,000 in donations tonight. Thank you to all the bidders. And if you bid but you didn't win, please consider donating the amount of your bid to Families First tonight anyway. We're very grateful for your support.
The commitment tonight of, say, $2,000 directly provides the building blocks for healthy child development, well-being, and effective parenting. Healthy families need healthy communities, and we all benefit greatly from that work. Let's see how far we've come tonight toward our goal. Can I see your phones in the air if you made a donation or bid on an auction item tonight? Great, thank you. Let's keep those funds busy and reach our goal. Whatever amount is meaningful for you is meaningful for us. A gift of $1,000 is a powerful way to show your support and will help make our programs flourish. All you have to do is click or scan. Maybe it's a $500 donation or a gift equivalent to a night out with friends. If you have the capacity to contribute here tonight, it really matters. Thank you all, sincerely, for being here with us tonight, and for being a part of the Families First team. I can't wait to see what we're able to do together next year because of your generous support. Thank you, Allie, and thank you to all of you for your tremendous support tonight. It is because of all of you that Families First can realize our vision. Every parent is strong and supported. Every child is thriving and resilient, and every community benefits from the power of parents. And now, a Families First. We are thrilled to be hosting a 30-minute exhibition game with Bruins alumni and Families First supporters. Don't worry, the Families First players are playing with the Bruins, alum, not against. We need 10 minutes to prepare the ice before the big game, and at the conclusion of the game, we will share the winners of the auction items on the screens throughout the arena. If you are the lucky winner, first, thank you for your support, but if you are the lucky winner, your auction package or receipt instructions will be waiting for you in the area where you checked in, and if you have any questions, please ask our staff at the check-in table. Additionally, after we clear the ice from the game, we will open the rink up for free skate. Not if you had one of those martinis, however, that were up at the bar. Skate rental is on the second floor. Just take the elevator there. It's right there as you come in. All right, thank you so much for being here tonight. We are looking forward to this game. Can't wait. See you soon.